year ago today, this was the scene you see behind us. Everyone was talking about a Rockford fire truck colliding with a car near the Whitman Street Bridge, killing the driver of that car, Marta Esquivias.
And since that day, this has been a series of twists and turns. Starting from the very minute I asked police for their crash report. That crash report put all the blame on Esquivias as she blew a red light, saying she blew a red light, rather, causing that crash that took her life. But when we got this report, we noticed a few issues. There was no mention of interviews from people in either vehicle. Even more telling that there was more to this story was our Freedom of Information Act request for police's dash cam video getting denied, citing a pending investigation.
It took more than 3 months to learn why there was a deeper investigation. The fire truck driver, Miguel Holland, had 4 times the legal limit of THC in his blood directly after the accident. Holland was slapped with charges of DUI involving death and reckless homicide charges after the blood test came back. Most of the time, this is where our reporting would end until we saw this case go to trial or get a guilty plea.
But most of the time, we do not have a civil suit over the exact same case happening at the exact same time. Marta Esquivias' family has sued the city and Holland for wrongful death. As 13 Investigates looked over that lawsuit, it's clear that the war in the courtroom could come down to who had the green light. After losing Marta Esquivias to an alleged DUI crash with a Rockford firefighter, her family filed a wrongful death lawsuit with the city, telling us last year they were furious a Rockford employee took away one of their loved ones.
I just kept saying to myself, like, how and why? They're meant to save lives, not cost death to someone else.
Their civil suit makes a lot of the same allegations that the Winnebago County State's Attorney did in their criminal case. The big difference is that the city has to respond to each part of the civil case. Now, some of the big things are confirmed by the city. One is that Holland was not responding to an emergency crash and did not have those emergency lights or sirens on for that fire truck. And significantly, Holland did have that positive test for THC that we also saw in that state's attorney's report. There are places, though, that the city denies the family's claims, in particular with how fast Holland was driving. The family says Holland was going 47 miles an hour on a street that is marked for 30. The city, though, says that didn't happen. But where things get complicated is that the state's attorney's office says Holland was speeding in that fire truck that day. The other big sticking point is who ran that red light. The original accident report, Holland and the city all say Esquivias ran that red light, but the passengers in Esquivias' car said that they had the green light and that the fire truck ran that red light. Our attempts to get scene and camera video around the time of the accident were all denied due to pending litigation, leaving these crucial questions a mystery until they're answered in front of a judge and jury. It will likely be some time before we get the final answer to those questions. Both are still in the early phases, with the civil case back before a judge on April 10th and Holland's criminal case back in a court a week later on April 17th.